Hey everybody, Jeremy Wright here. Today's, November 9, 2022, day after Election Day, Corruption Day, whatever you want to call it. Now, I am playing with 50-gallon Tank F, which is half black red guppies. They're actually kind of rainbows, but this is my colony of half black reds. Yes, there is a glowy, pinky, growy light up above. That's a Grossyland 2000 watt artificial star, as I call it, but it powers some of the middle of this area. Keeps this stuff growing brightly. It keeps ambient light through the room. And my solar powered algae does really well on it. What also does really well is just plants in general. So I'll give you a view again of just the stuff that's growing out of this hang-on back filter. So this was a Marineland Emperor, obviously one of the big ones that had, well, got fish food in one hand, but there was a bio wheel on this side and a bio wheel on this side. There, no filter cartridges. The filter is full of crushed lava rock. The bio wheels have been removed, and now there are bio plants growing in their place, and they are like, I don't know, 100 times more effective, just at a guess. You're welcome to make a guess also. Bio wheel versus all that. What do you think does more biofiltration? I know. You're welcome to guess. Additionally, there are some little cool things up here. These are some Tradescantia varieties that I got from a friend like almost a year ago at a local tropical plant swap, like a house plant thing. And from this point, I'm going to try to drop down a bit so that reflection of my gaudy stuff isn't quite as obvious. Let's see what's going on in here. First off, Buddha. What's up with the Buddha? Hanging out. Yes, I'm a Christian priest, and I have a Buddha figurine inside one of my tanks. What's up with that? Don't tell anybody, it's the same stuff. Oh, did I say that out loud? Oops. So, yeah, we are reached all sorts of different ways. This is one of my favorite plants in this tank. The green Myriophyllum with the red, it's not Myriophyllum tuberculatum, I don't believe, which is a more red one. It may be, though. That may be tuberculatum. But it's just absolutely growing fantastically. So the top of the plant now is up about here in this 50-gallon tall. So I'm going to say it's every bit of 16 inches tall. It's also got these nice splits and forks in here. It's time for me to trim this plant and replant maybe that much of it back down somewhere else, and then I'll get some more nice growth. I'll probably plant that in the back left corner back there, right in front of that thermometer strip. What else is in here? Some cool stuff, some Riccia fluitans that's growing under submerged. There's more of it up here a bit. And I kind of feel bad teasing these guppies, so I'm going to give them a little bit of food. So let's go ahead and do that part. Besides, it's fun watching guppies eat. If it wasn't fun watching guppies eat, nobody would watch my channel. So let's see what happens here. I'm going to give it a little swirl. Boom, boom, boom. The swirl is to get stuff down below the floating plants. I super need to clear duckweed from this tank. It's not really there for a reason other than, biology. But in other words, I'm not using it as a tool right now. That's what I should have said. It's there for a reason, because biology works. So I give a little swirl with flake food because that allows the stuff to go down. I've just got fry forming in this tank. That was totally the wrong way of saying it. Fry don't just form; they're born. They're created and they're born. But I'm now having them survive in this tank because there's no longer tiger barbs. There are no longer betas. It's just guppies and this albino rainbow shark minnow. And super cool. I'm enjoying it now. Quite a bit, actually. This tank is fun. I cleared the sponge filter, I believe it was yesterday, and there was just a bunch of like green hair algae stuff hanging out there. It wasn't too exciting, but that had dropped the flow of this filter quite a bit. And I noticed that because over here on the near side, I wasn't really seeing the water trickle. I should be able to see the water trickle all the time. And every once in a while you have to take out the sponge filter, clean it off, squish it out. I use a bucket of dirty aquarium water. In other words, unchlorinated, chemiculated water. I made that word up, but you know what it means. So that stuff. Let's talk about what's going on the bottom of this tank. Lots of cryptocorin windy. I think there's probably some uvulata down here too, but I don't see it at the moment. So maybe in this tank it's all cryptocorin windy. Just above that, this is awesome. Heteroclita, Bulbitis heteroclita, which is this El Nino fern. Asian fern that honestly I'm not good at growing it. I've had this one for a long time. I started out by pulling all of these little baby ferns off of the top of it. Come to find that is not how you treat this plant. Something I need to do with this tank is go across the bottom and see all the moss down there. I really don't want it, so I'm going to go through and pull moss. And there was just a ton of Asian moss in here. There was also a ton of algae. There's going to be some algae on that moss, and that's actually why I'll be removing it. I'll show you again. It's just fuzzy on top. It shouldn't be like indistinct and fuzzy on top. There's algae that's growing across the top of that. So, heck, I'll let you watch me pull it. It's going to come out probably as a carpet, and not going to be the most enjoyable thing, but whatevs. Oh my. Oh my. Oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my. I did this with the other side of the tank not too long ago. Can you guys even see that? It's mostly algae. There's not even much moss in here. So we'll let the ferns fall back down. Just letting the ferns fall as they can. Trying to get the algae up as big bits. Yeah, this is not how I thought I'd be entertaining you right now, but whatever. This is how I'm entertaining you right now. Look at this. Rack, rack, rack. So, that's not what I thought I was going to be doing either. Disaster! Disaster! I'll get to you later. This is one reason why you should not do tank maintenance while you're shooting YouTube videos, unless you have a camera person and a plan. But, hey, I never have a plan. I am winging life, and it's working well. So, when you see something that needs to be done, just do it. Boom. So now, this side of the tank no longer has my little bit of taxophyllum moss. It also has no more hair algae. Unfortunately, it has no more Bulbitis fern. So I'll have to freaking figure out how to separate all this stuff out, and yeah. Once it is separated out, we'll be able to do something. Super hard with one hand. So, pause. Okay. I have now pulled out my yuckies. Let's see. That was a wad of green hair algae that was growing in the taxophyllum moss. There's still a little bit across the bottom of the tank. Yeah, I pulled some green stuff out that I didn't have to. I put the lava rock back on the bulbitis fern, dropped it back in, and yeah, I'm just kind of having a look across the bottom of this tank. Sorry for the reflections, but that is what it is when highlighting's going. But that's a lot of what's going on here in tank F. A natural substrate, 1 inch of dirt under 2 to 3 inches of sand, all Asian plants, maybe some Asian algae, and then half black red guppies. And these half black red guppies do identify as Asian, so get off it. But that's what's up with them. They're having fun. We're going to play around. They're going to guard Buddha. Buddha's going to guard them. I'm going to guard all of that stuff. And we'll see what happens. I enjoy this tank quite a bit. It's sort of the center of my foyer here in my home. And it's sort of the middle of my indoor tropical farming stuff. So there's definitely stuff all around it in all directions. Lots and lots of stuff. Lots and lots and lots of stuff. Yeah, so when I say tropical farming venture, I'm actually kind of being serious. But that's the stuff that we see in here. And these are the kind of messes I make on a daily basis. If you think these are cool messes, hit that like and subscribe button. I'll show you bunches and bunches of more messes that are even better. But for now, I think I'm going to call it quits. Thanks for sticking with me while I share a little bit of Tank F. I hope you have a wonderful day. Catch you soon.